Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Oh my god, do we have an episode today? There is a lot to discuss. There is so much going on, and please pay attention, right? Please pay attention to what is being said and how do we react to the news that I'm about to give you, which it ain't good. So, Ripple investor SBI chooses Broadbridge for settlement. I'm going to cover off some of the major news, and then we're going to talk about strategy. What do we do from here? How do we handle everything that I'm about to unleash on you today? So SBI Securities has expanded its business relationship with Broadbridge Financial Solutions to enhance services to its clients and further automate operations across business lines. The brokerage firm is one of Japan's largest online securities companies, a subsidiary of SBI Holdings, and an early investor in Ripple Labs, Ripple, as recently. So we know how important, the Japanese, Asian, Europe, Middle East market is to Ripple throughout 2021. While they've been stuck in America with everything that's been going on with the lawsuit, the company has been breaking previous company records across getting new partnerships, new banks on board across the world, and having very strong partnership setups all across in many different sectors, being a leader in the CBDC sector and working on things like digital pound, digital euro, and all that. We must not forget this, right? Because America isn't XRP. We must remember that this is a global blockchain business that with or without the SEC, with or without America, it can work and it can survive and thrive without them, right? Thrive is the key word here. Why? Because the judge has granted the SEC's, delay. We are delayed. The case is now delayed. Discovery has been delayed to 2022. Yes, the judge went and approved this like she was approving a McDonald's order, right? It was just, yeah, sure, boom. She doesn't think that it will impact Ripple's price and Ripple's place in the marketplace, and said, yeah, sounds fair enough. I'm gonna approve it. Now that is a blow to the case, and obviously it does extend things out. But there is a method potentially to her madness, because the reality is that it is madness. Now, by extending this, it opens up the possibility that perhaps the SEC cannot come back and say, when the judge does eventually rule in Ripple's favor, that they didn't have enough time. And so they could file a motion to appeal. And listen carefully to what I'm about to say. If she's extended discovery to 2022, which she has, if she didn't do that, SEC could come back and say, we want a retrial because we didn't have enough time to put our case together. She's given them what they wanted, which for me, in the long term, sounds like, yep, have all the time you need, and then she'll rule in Ripple's favor and give Ripple the win. And this will not open up the doors for the SEC to cause a retrial, which would again bring all the motions back in place. So it could be one step back for 3 to 12 to 20 steps forward for XRP and Ripple altogether. It is a step back, and I will talk about that, right? It is a step back. There's no doubt about it that it is a step back, and it does change things. Is this manipulated? Is there a bigger purpose for all of this? Look, for me, yes, right? There is a bigger purpose. So you and I will probably never find out the truth behind what is truly going on here. But is it a setback? Yes. But there could be a reason to her madness. Now, prominent crypto analyst predicts XRP could hit $10 this cycle, with or without the SEC. They're saying that it could go to $10 with or without the SEC. Now, going further, right, as we speak about going into triple digits territory, all of this stuff, right? We cannot go triple digits without a case settlement. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Triple digits cannot happen while there's an SEC pending case happening. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. Now, from a price action point of view, we'll cover that off today. We'll cover off what all of this means and what's going on out there in the marketplace. Now, some of you have also been talking about, and asking me, okay, so the judge has ruled this. How come the price hasn't gone down? We'll talk about that. We will discuss this. And again, you need to remember that America is not the world. The United States is not the world. Although, they like to think that they are the entire world. The SEC and what is going on right now is not the world. XRP belongs to the world. It belongs to, there's so many nations involved. There's so many companies and organizations that use it every single day. So please remember that and zoom out for a bigger picture. Is it a blow? Of course. There's an American company and American government going after them. It doesn't look good. From a technical perspective, right, there's some pivot levels at $1.12. There is some first major resistance level at $1.16 and 62% Fibonacci retracement at $1.40. And we will cover that off. Now, interesting, Gary Gensler deeming Ethereum as security back in 2014. Listen to this.
There was a gentleman in Florida that put up citrus groves and started to sell them. And the Supreme Court had to decide what is an investment contract, because an investment contract is a security. This 4-part test, in my mind, suggests that most, maybe not all, but most initial coin offerings are securities, because they're investment contracts where there is an exchange of money, there's a common enterprise, you're relying on somebody else's expertise for profits. This is why I've earlier this year said I think that most of them are. I think Ether, when it was done in 2014, would pass this test. When I say pass, it means it's a security. Now, subsequently, the SEC has said by 2018 it's decentralized enough, and they've sort of said, we'll let it go the other way. But whether it's Ripple or EOS or others that have done big initial coin offerings, when you think about these 4 things, they're probably there. But again, it's less than a quarter of the market. So this is an important debate, but it's not the whole debate.
Now, back then, that was in 2014, right? So that was a 2014, and obviously a lot of things have happened since then. But you cannot tell me that this isn't... one moment. You cannot tell me that this isn't rigged. Like, you can't say to me that what is going on out there in the market at the moment isn't rigged, right? What happened when the lawsuit came on board on December 22, days before Christmas and the final day of the guy being in the SEC office, right? Everything that has been led up to it, all the things that are happening. So this will settle or win for Ripple. It is being extended to the exact reason why it's like the price is being suppressed on purpose. I don't know. But we will talk about what are the price actions that we can now, with this new information about this extended lawsuit, what are the price informations, right? What can we expect? What should we be looking out for? What is realistic? What isn't realistic anymore? Because like I said, triple digits, I think are just about out the window if we don't have a settlement. Can we still get a settlement right now? Yeah, we can. Because, the judge still has some critical documents that she has to review, which could throw the whole case out. But the case could be extended until March next year now. And that changes things dramatically. Now, Ripple lawsuit, Ripple objects further extensions in lieu of frozen XRP markets. Well, it's been denied, right? These extensions have been granted. There is now, the SEC, it did get exactly what they wanted. So it's incredible what is going on. Now, analyst unveils massive expectation of where the price is going and where we're heading from a price action point of view. And what this particular analyst was saying is that we can go $10 plus, even with the SEC. And that in itself is very, very, very interesting at the moment. Now, in bullish news world, Al Ansari Exchange taps RippleNet Cloud to enable cross-border remittance to Malaysia with MoneyWatch. Now, what I want to talk about in this particular part of today's episode is a longer, extended episode, obviously because of the news that has come out. we've heard negative news, of course, but we've also had throughout the last couple of months many bullish news about the RippleNet XRP blockchain being used for cross-border payments across Asia. This is yet another one. Those transactions, that volume of transactions will only continue to rise as these things continue to grow throughout Asia, Europe, and everywhere else that Ripple is being used. And the main reason why I'm telling you is because obviously the price action will reflect these partnerships, these things going live and going on board. So please remember that, because the SEC, like I said, is one aspect, but it's not the whole pie. That's why the price hasn't gone down. Now, I like what Crypto Bull has said here, saying that he thinks, that within 5 weeks, he can see $3.85 come around. And that is based on when he looks at the weekly chart and looking at, from that perspective, that we're going to break out of there and then fly off into the distance. So that there is also something to keep in mind, that from a technical perspective, everything that I mentioned, the last couple of weeks about going to 420 and all that, that was with or without the SEC, right? Going to 420 is with or without the SEC. It's got nothing to do with the SEC. When we talk about XRP's price smashing double digits and triple digits because of the case settlement, because of legal clarity, that is a different story. But going to 420 is not reliant on the SEC case at all. Now, analyst unveils massive XRP prediction. It has traveled all over the world, right? There's a lot of people that are talking about this particular, $10 prediction. And like I said, it has traveled all over the place. Now, Ripple CEO says it is a joke that some executives believe SEC isn't harming crypto. I agree with him. The SEC is definitely harming crypto. Now, I believe that, it is observed conduct by the SEC as the case continues. And the XRP price is set to go higher. It is set to blow up. With or without the SEC, there will be a brand new all-time high. There will. There is absolutely no doubt that there will be a new all-time high with or without the SEC. And we've talked about it. Jeremy Hogan, has spoken about the case summary judgment resolution now not until May 2022. There's so much information online that you can, read about what his thoughts are and what he's saying and why he's saying it. And also, Gary Gensler needs to remember that make sure you tell the CNBC audience that XRP is a currency, as you mentioned in 2019 Treasury report. This is the Treasury report of 2019, where he talks about XRP not being a security. The corruption and suppressing of this coin is beyond ridiculous. It really is. Everything that's been going on is beyond ridiculous. This extension further proves that. Let's jump into Ethereum. Let's have a look at some indicators. Now, it has been a glorious day across the world. It has been phenomenal to watch Bitcoin break its previous all-time high. Ethereum at 4,200 at the time of making this. BNB went to over $500. Solana is 21% up. Everything is rising, right? There is green everywhere you look. Everywhere. It is a phenomenal day for crypto. We look at the XRP price, we're sitting at 3.12% up for the day at $1.14 at the time of making this. And we're sitting on the 12-hour just above the Bollinger Band, but we can see that the 12-hour is about to go into a bullish segment. Now, when I look at the hourly, we can see that obviously we were up and now we're having a small correction at the moment. But when I go daily and we look at the daily, we can see that the daily has gone back into bullish. So what we've been talking about, breaking into 130, going above, going to 220, that is still there. Now, nothing is changing there. As I mentioned, the technicals perspective of where we're heading with this coin and heading towards that 420 has not changed. The roadmap to get to triple digits has changed. And that's what we're going to talk about next. So we begin with this one because this is an important aspect, and I think that once we get above this line, and you know, again, it's that critical component which we have gone over now. We are set to go and make the move towards 140 and beyond. When we look at and zoom out from a long perspective, then we can see that 390 and 390 420 is coming. You can see how we're going to be doing this, right? This is from December 2021 and all the moves that we've been making. And this next leg is starting. And that there is where the 420 came from, and why I think, going to 420 next is a logical step in the wave that we move forward. Now, whichever way we look at it, it is breaking to the upside. So the momentum is coming, the volume is coming, and heading towards going to 420, consolidating for a bit, and going into double digits can and will happen. Now, again, the prediction of going triple digits and going way off into the distance has been delayed. But going to double digits, I am of the opinion that yes, we will see double digit XRP throughout this particular bull run. But I just wanted to make sure you were very clear about going beyond double digits of $14 to $16. That there has taken a back step until this case settles. Could settle tomorrow. For all we know, this could all be part of a bigger plan that you and I don't understand. But going to 420 next, yes, that is happening. But we'll get to about 240, retrace a little bit, and then go 420. Long-term vision, as the company settles, gets legal clarity and all that hasn't changed. It's been delayed, but it hasn't changed. Now, some of you might be sitting at home thinking, do you know what? My confidence level has dropped quite a bit since this news has come out about the SEC. And I don't blame you for it, because at the end of the day, it's your portfolio, your responsibility, and your financial future and your family's future at stake. What I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days is give you as many updates as I can on other things that I have in my portfolio, why I have them in my portfolio, and what are the potential price predictions of them, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up and help across the board when thinking of potentially moving some of your XRP into other coins to lower your risk and leverage your risk when it comes to this particular coin. So I'm more than happy to do that. And I think that's a great way to showcase to you guys what other things I have in my portfolio, what I think the price predictions of them are, so that you can make an educated decision around whether you hold XRP, let go some of it, and all that. So I'm very, very happy to do that for all of you. As I said, you guys are my favorite. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button as always. Thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.